So, what is that one book every founder should read?
I think one book that everybody should read is Blue Ocean Strategy. It actually opens up your mind. It actually helps you, understand and think out of the box. Uh, and every time we get bogged down, there's so much of competitors. There's so many products in the market. That book can help you in terms of, And coincidentally, I read that book for the first time in Alliance.
Oh, nice.
I've read it multiple times after that.
So, Shristi, how about we kickstart things today like this? Take us to the journey where you got graduated in 2008 from Alliance University. And now you're the founder and CEO of CoLlearn.
So this journey has been very meaningful, and this journey actually is a 19-year journey.
Yes.
And immediately after I graduated from Alliance, I actually joined front-end investment banking, a company called Mosaic Capital. It was a boutique investment bank where we were instrumental in doing some of the biggest deals like Imami bought Zandu, Janak Healthcare, which is India's first hospital bed manufacturing company, got Midmark Corp. We had, Reva Cars.
Reva Cars.
Yes,
Wow.
they got their first couple of rounds of funding through our investment bank. So that was good old days, and those days were really enriching, and every moment was a learning experience. And very grateful to my first boss, Vikram Bihani, because Vikram actually taught me a lot of things which I actually implement even today in my life. And then from that, I got an opportunity to join Deloitte Corporate Finance, which is the investment banking arm of Deloitte. And there I joined as deputy manager, and I became manager as well. And I did couple of, again, good transactions where, a company based in Kerala got acquired by NASDAQ, based company, and also couple of rounds of funding. So from there, I got again an opportunity to work in Almasa Capital in Dubai, and I worked there for a couple of years, and then my ex-boss in Almasa started his own firm called Catalyst, and he asked me to join there as VP, and then I joined there as VP, and
God.
yes, in between I did my second executive program from UCLA Anderson. I completed my CFA, CAIA, and in between sometime I decided that let's see the entrepreneurship world, and that's how CoLlearn happened.
That's actually a huge and wonderful journey, to be very honest.
Thank you.
So, Srishti, can you just share your experience where you went from India to Dubai? How was the change, the shift, the overall experience of you going to Dubai?
It was a very enriching experience. Um, Dubai and the whole of GCC is a very different regions. You will in Dubai you find almost 150 nationality people working in your office. Uh,
150.
yes,
Wow.
and you find people from Far East to African countries to countries such as Saudi and India and Pakistan and everywhere. So that experience was really good. It shaped me up. It shaped me as a human being as well. That we can be from any part of the world, but at the end of the day, we all are human beings, and we all like the basic human traits like trust, honesty, and friendships.
Yes, true.
So yes, it was a very great experience. That was first time away from home. So I actually learned a lot in terms of how to cook, how to do a lot of household chores, how to manage house, and at the same time how to build lifelong friendships outside of family.
True, true. The cooking experience is really important. And even when I'm staying out from my hostel or from my hometown, I need to cook. It's like it's a need, but eventually we start enjoying the process, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so how about we start like, the birth of CoLearn. How did this idea came out in your brain? Because you're into a niche sector, like into finance completely. You've been an investment banker almost like 11 years, like over a decade. So how did this idea came out?
So when I was in Dubai, I saw that people don't have just a work life. I mean, in Dubai, you have to leave your office almost around 5 o'clock. Then, once you reach home at around 5:15, because there's hardly any traffic in Dubai, so
Not like
you
Bangalore.
can yes, so you can always have a second life to it. And everybody had some hobby which was as good as their work life. Some people were doing music, some people were doing fitness, some people were doing games, some people were doing sports. So everybody had an alter life to it, and which was surprisingly missing in India.
True.
Because you spend so much of your time in office that you hardly have any time for anything. So
Yeah.
I also picked up a lot of habits in terms of running marathons, in terms of cooking and a lot of other things, and I understood that you can actually also have a very meaningful career in your passion. So the seeds were sown, and at that point in time, and then I did my second MBA, executive program with UCLA Anderson, and that's when I saw that I should take a plunge in entrepreneurship, because I was very happy when I was working in Mosaic and we were talking and working with India's first unicorns like Flipkarts and so on.
Wow.
So that's how everything just everything just conspired, and I left my job, and my spouse also left his job, and we decided to come lock, stock, barrel to Bangalore in October 2019.
Wow. That's actually like a very diverse journey, like
Yes.
India to Dubai, and then you see a problem which is not really existing, but people don't even know that this problem exists, right? So basically, the colon came out with the passion that you want to teach people about their passion.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you tell us the journey of these 6 years of colon? So how did you start out with what kind of funding help you
So,
came out?
so when I came to India, I knew that I wanted to do something in education. I wanted to do something in passion, but what I wanted to do, I didn't know that. So I started doing my research on ground, and I understood that India only talks about doctor, engineer, and accountant, but then there are thousands of other careers which can be passion based, and you can make a very meaningful life out of it. So then we started doing something which is non-traditional in nature, which is highly passion-based, and we started doing a lot of verticals. We were not just in sports; we were also doing, how to grow your vegetables, how to teach kids to make their, make their speakers,
Oh,
and things like that. And then COVID happened, and I mean, as soon as we started, the COVID happened, and COVID was actually a boon in a disguise for us, and I think for most of edtech startups based out of India, because we actually took our model online, and that became the backbone of our company today. And we started exploring a lot more. We started doing a lot of workshops, and we figured out where is the demand and where is the paying capacity of Indian consumers. So in the last 6 years, what we do basically is writing our own playbook, because there is no playbook like that. What we do, we have hardly any competitors, and in a consolidated manner, and we have helped around 3,000 students get into sports careers through our platform.
oh,
So yes, the journey has been very, very exciting, very, very meaningful. It has its own highs and a lows, but I'll not trade it for anything in life. I mean, if I have to redo it, I'll redo it again with the same, with
wonderful,
the
wonderful.
same jest.
So the love and passion towards what you're doing,
Yes.
basically. So when you're starting out a company, it's very hard to build trust in the society. It's very hard to stand out in the market. So how did you face it?
Surprisingly for us, this wasn't very tough because one is that during the COVID time we tested our product. We knew there is a demand for sports. Immediately after the second wave, we formulated our company. We incorporated it formally, and we basically started doing sports. And as you say that it's always about right time at the right moment. So as soon as we picked up sports, Neeraj Chopra won his first Olympic gold,
Yeah.
and that became a pivotal moment in the history of sports. And suddenly, sports came in forefront. The investment from government, from private sector, the interest from public grew exponentially. So that became a lifeblood to our organization as well, because at the end of the day, it is into sports, right?
So
So
utilizing the perfect time to hit the spot.
yeah, we pick it up, and then I think it just happened. It's not like we saw Neeraj Chopra would win, and that's why we picked up. We picked up before Neeraj Chopra won, so that's how it happened. Yeah.
So you've been getting a lot of corporate heads, basically, experts in the fields, to your mentoring. So networking is a key skill in this industry. So can you put some light on it, like how this overall thing works?
See, network is your net worth. And this is actually true. It is more true in the sense of entrepreneurship because people don't buy your product, people buy your hope, people buy the trust, people buy your confidence. And they don't want to just do a business. They want to do business with people that they know, people they trust. So your network actually comes handy in it. The referrals that you get, the good word that your previous clientele tells. See, today even 1/3 of our business comes from referrals, and where our marketing cost is almost zero, right?
Wow.
So this is because our students love us. So trust is something which is very important, and to build that trust, the first customer you'll only get it because you have built that network, and your network is going before you and putting a good word about you and your company.
Oh, so the
I
whole.
have harvested all my network in my alliance journey. I mean, in my startup journey, whether it is from Alliance, from Mosaic Capital, whether it is from Deloitte, whether it is from Dubai Network, I've always harvested it, and this has helped me immensely in growing my business.
So it's always good to have a nice connect with all your life journey and having a love towards
Absolutely,
it.
absolutely.
So what are those skills which really matter in entrepreneurship journey, and what the new generation who is coming out lack? What do you think?
I think one of the biggest skill which is needed in entrepreneurship is perseverance. As long as you persevere, you will become successful. Because it's not about putting the right bet. Sometimes you'll put the right bet. You have to do a lot of experiment as an entrepreneur. But if you get bogged down, or if you get too excited with your successes and bogged down with your failures, you'll never be successful. The whole thing is to keep experimenting and to find that MPV, and to find your moat. And that's one of the biggest skills. Second is hard work. There is no substitute to hard work. As this is not just in entrepreneurship, it's also in life, because you may not be the smartest worker, but you will always win if you are the most hardworking person in the whole room. So these are the two skills. In terms of Gen Zs, I think the only thing which I think is lacking is persistence. They get very bored, and they get bogged down with immediate failures, which I would suggest them not to be, because life cannot be in a line. It's always ups and downs. As long as there is an up and down, even in heart rate, if it is a straight line, you will die. It's just up and down, which makes the life more interesting and more meaningful.
Nice. We always have this myth in the society, right? That people who are like book bugs, basically who are stick towards libraries or too much into reading, or who wants to be on the top position in exams, they have this myth, right? they can't become business or they can't become entrepreneurs. Is what is your take on it?
I think it's nothing to do with you becoming a bookworm or getting first rank and all of that. See, if you read, your horizons increases, right? Your mindset becomes growth mindset.
True.
So reading actually opens a lot of doors for you, and it actually helps you in entrepreneurship because you can always think multifacetedly, and which is very important. You have to be multidimensional in your approach when you are thinking as an entrepreneur. Even in terms of coming first and all, which is also an outcome of your disciplined approach, your focused approach, and all these traits are needed. So it's not about can you become an entrepreneur because you have come first, or can you not become an entrepreneur. It's just about you putting right kind of effort. Entrepreneurship, as I said, that if you have the risk taking ability and if you really like to solve some problems, then you pick it up. But if that's not your cup of tea and if you get bogged down with immediate failures, this entrepreneurship is not for you, because the journey is very very long and filled with lot of excitement and lot of hardships. So if you are up for that, then go for entrepreneurship.
So we can clearly see that it's a myth.
Yes, I guess so.
Okay. So being an entrepreneur will always have like a lot of things to handle in my point of view. So watching movies is something very relaxing. In recent years, what is your favorite movie or series that you really liked and what you wanted to watch it again?
So I think one of the movie that I really liked was Moneyball. It's about sports analytics, and it is about somebody, a team which actually wins not because they were the highest paid, stars or sports stars, but they won because of their consistency and growing every day and using the technology and using the attitude and winning the whole thing. So that's one movie which I really liked in the recent time. I have also watched a movie called Chava, and
Yeah.
I love that movie not because of its historical importance, but because of what one person can achieve. And I mean, it was inspirational throughout, and it was so good to watch such kind of
True,
movie.
true, true.
Yeah.
Like it was the recent time the
Huh.
best movie to be very honest.
Yes.
Like it actually inspires and it actually gives you the spike inside you. So coming a bit further, on a free day, let's just say just the weekend that you don't have any work on the day, like you planned it accordingly. So what is that one thing that you really can't miss that you want to do?
So I have a 1-year-old kid, and I really, really look forward to my weekends because I want to play with him, and I can play the whole day. So that's one thing which is right now taking my whole life, because that one day is reserved for him, and more than him, I enjoy the whole, even the every moment out of my Sundays because of him.
Amazing. So being a mom and being a founder and CEO of the company, having a blend of it is actually really important, what I feel. So you have that proper work-life balance that you want.
Yes, I mean, work-life balance is a myth actually. You can never achieve it. It's, I don't know what does it even mean, because some days you have a lot of work, some days you have to we have a lot of family life. But as long as you have your priorities clear, and secondly you have a very big support at home, you can manage everything in life. I have a big support in terms of my mother, and that's how I'm able to manage and I'm able to grow, CoLlearn as well.
Amazing, amazing. So how about we finish today's podcast with a quick rapid fire round? What is that one talent you wish you had?
I think the one talent that I wish I had is acting, because whatever I feel, it comes on my face, which is not good, because I mean, because as an entrepreneur, everybody looks up at you. So you can have a good day, you can have a bad day, but you have to keep that face.
True, true.
Yeah.
So it helps you the whole day to have a nice time. Okay. So what is your favorite food?
Oh, I love anything which is home cooked.
Oh, nice answer though. You're a morning person or a night owl?
Both depend on what my mood is on that day.
So, what is that one book every founder should read?
I think one book that everybody should read is Blue Ocean Strategy. It actually opens up your mind. It actually helps you, understand and think out of the box. Uh, and every time we get bogged down, there's so much of competitors. There's so many products in the market. That book can help you in terms of, And coincidentally, I read that book for the first time in Alliance.
Oh, nice.
I've read it multiple times after that.
So, LinkedIn or Instagram?
LinkedIn, anytime.
there was no there was no second thought in you. Okay. So, if not finance, what else it could be?
If not finance, I would have done sales and marketing. Uh, yeah.
Cool. That was a nice meeting with you.
Thank
We had a
you.
wonderful time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. And I will always be so grateful to Alliance because Alliance gave wings to my wings. It gave me an opportunity to dream big. And you won't believe it, all my dreams started coming true after Alliance. And thank you so much for even today. And Alliance has been always a big support throughout my journey till today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.